Well, hello and welcome to another Jazz After Dark. Tonight brought to you by Horse Soldier. I do like the Horse Soldier here, and well, it's a Horse Soldier kind of night. Normally that's a Wednesday night, by the way. It's a Horse Soldier. But I've obviously talked about that before. Very good local company and quite spicy, with a little bit of sweetness in there. You'll certainly get the typical caramel, vanillas and things, but a little more on the spicy side. And if you're ever in town, in downtown St. Pete, great place actually, where they have, a restaurant. They've got the whole thing there. You can actually go and see what's going on. Anyways, tonight we're going to talk about what if you can't save enough for retirement? What happens if no matter what you do, you just can't seem to make it work? You been there? Maybe you use the calculators online or something. Hey, but first, actually, I saw the comment there, Mr. What was it, Bearded BMW dude? Said, man, I'll be really mad if Dustin doesn't have a hidden room or speakeasy or something in his house. And so I saw that and I was like, man, I'm not going to pretend, right? How am I living the jazz life, right, if I don't actually have a hidden room? So if you got a quick second, let's go take a look here. So here we go. All right, so that's what I'm looking at when you guys look at that, but let's go to the cool stuff here. Now keep in mind, I haven't finished this house. I've been busy, right? But I'll take you over. I'm going to show you the secret to it as well. Of course, we got the jazz music going. Little Holly Jazz Christmas there. Okay, so here's, my wife said don't look at that, by the way. She's doing Christmas gifts. But there is the bar that I built. Lights aren't on or anything, but, just the basic stuff there. But you say I ain't got me a hidden room. Let me show you how you find it. So if you ever come over, turn this guy on real quick. If you ever come over, got the front door there. All right, you'll come on in. We don't really use this room, but all right. And then you're going to go on into my room now. And here's the first little clue. You go in this hallway. Well, that's a weird looking hallway. What is that doing? That's a bathroom there. Nice little decorative stuff. You see me over there. All right, so then you're going to come in. Don't even ask. Just come right into my room, right? You got to always make your bed. Right, so that I didn't do that for this video. Always make your bed, people. You come on into the bathroom and walk through into the closet. Now, this used to be a room, right? So, believe it or not, I actually have clothes that are not black clothes. But you're going to come in. You're going to look around. We were playing around with a little dog bed there, didn't work. And you go, hey, this looks like a pretty normal closet, right? Where it's got the stuff and everybody's got their clothes on up there. You come on over here and you go, well, what do they got in this thing, man? This seems a little weird. Open this guy up, and this is not actually a closet door. When you open it up, it goes into a secret room. And this is where I keep the goods. So we got the drink down there, cigar boxes, and then over here I built this humidor inside of a closet. So that, as you back out, we'll close this. And you're talking about your boy doesn't have a secret room, man. Where you at? Just like that, it's gone. And nobody is the wiser. Huh? So your boy has a hidden room, hand built by myself, by the way. We don't get people to come do work around here. You need something done, you do it yourself, is how I was raised. But I hope you enjoyed that. And yes, I in fact do have a hidden room. Anybody that comes over is welcome to join me in there. And of course, we'll have a good time, as you saw. Anyways, let's get to the good stuff here today. I've seen this where people, even put their retirement age really late and we just can't make it work. Or their body is shutting down. Maybe you do something physical for a living and you just don't think you can make it to 65 or something like that. So we got to get creative. So that's the topic of today's class, is how to get creative. I'm going to use the example of actually a client, but we're going to call him Louis Armstrong here tonight, using our planner in our portal. If you're not familiar with our portal, this is what it looks, well, this is part of what it looks like, and we just launched our new planner here. So take a second to get familiar with who we have here. This is not quite accurate in terms of the year that the actual client is, but we're going to pretend Louis is 42. That means he's going to retire in 19 years, 2041, looking for $75,000. I take that back. This is not a client's data. This was from the other night, but we're still going to work with it here to kind of prove a point. So let's say you tell me you want to retire at 61. You're going to live to be at least 81. You got 218,000 savings. Pre-retirement expectations are about 7% growth. You make 150. You get maybe a 2% raise. Can we do something about this? Ooh, make it a little bigger. Yeah, that'll work. Percent of salary saved is 5%. Your employer matches 100% of the first 5%, so that's awesome. And you're saying, look, I'm putting away 6,000. I got 1,000 going to my HSA. I just want to live on 75,000, half of my current salary. I'd like to make 4.5%. Expected inflation 3. I'll take a little Social Security in there. I'll even wait till 67, or I'll take it at 67. They'll increase it by the rate of inflation, so I'll adjust that as we go. And I've got $100,000 in equity in my house. I'll sell it. I'll go live somewhere else. I'll rent, for God's sakes. I'll go live in the middle of nowhere in an RV. But no matter what I put in here, Dustin, I end up with a shortfall. Now, if you're not familiar with our plan here, what we have is what you need. The optimal plan is what we would need to happen. And then your main plan, which is up here, we've got our main plan. That's where you're at. So got a little shortfall there. In fact, as you go through age 50 and so on, you're actually starting to get behind. You see it there? If I move the mouse away for a second, you can see where you're starting to get behind already. That's not good, right? So what can we do? The first thing is, oftentimes I find that people lump one retirement return. It is highly unlikely that you will invest all of your money the same way on day one of retirement. Why? Like that, to me, that makes no sense. Because you see, Louis is planning to live for 20 years. That's 2 to 3 major market cycles that you could go through before you need to touch the back end of that money. We've talked about this before, but a lot of people get this wrong. Even financial advisors I see on YouTube, they assign one number to retirement. In reality, maybe 30% of what you have needs to be sort of safer in the early part of your retirement. The other 70% can continue to be layered into more and more aggressive like you did when you were a kid, right? And so that can help. Let me show you an example here. This is a non-biased but biased example. I'm going to share this with you because, well, these are our funds. I find this interesting to show our funds with you. So let's do this. I'm even going to put, did I save? Yeah, I did. Okay. So option number 1, the typical advisor is going to say, you retired, go be conservative to some degree. Well, our midterm conservative fund is designed to be for the retiree. Our goal is annualized returns of 5.5%. We're roughly there, even through the nastiness of this year. And so, okay, that'll work. That is the 5.5%. I'm sorry, I said wrong a second ago. Our goal is 4.5%. So this is really slow and conservative. We're getting 5.5%. That is just coincidentally because of whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, for the 5 years that we're showing. If I zoomed out further for you, to be honest, it would be closer to 4.5%. So let's, in the spirit of transparency, let's do that. Well, so that's that. Notice it's not moving as fast as the market. It's not supposed to. Don't get that wrong, you kids out there that think you're always going to move as fast as the market. I know it seems that way, but when you get a little bit older and you go to retire and you realize that when the market falls, you still have to withdraw money, you're very quickly going to say, I don't want to move as fast as the market. Not all my dollars anyways. So that one, the kids always get that wrong. I see your nasty comments out there. It's all right. You'll get old and understand one day. So notice it's moving much slower than the market. That's okay. As long as we can get the expected or better returns, we're happy. Right? Again, remember, if I go back, I'm going to make this a quick video. I'm not going to take forever here. But if I go back, we have the expected returns. Somewhat fair, right? But we've got to do better because otherwise I got to tell you to work longer. And I hate that answer. I don't want you to work longer and I don't want you to have to save more. I think that's a lazy answer for financial advisors. Okay? So what we're trying to shoot for here is now the 5 better than 4.5%. Okay, so watch what we could do here. And I'm just using our funds because I don't want to pretend like I'm promoting anybody else. These are just our investments, honestly, straight up as it is. So what if we say he's going to be long-term, but he's going to stay aggressive with 70% of his portfolio. 30% will be safe. That'll get him through more than the first few years there, but we've got to keep the rest of it swinging a little bit harder. Now, this says 8.09. Realistically, that's not our goal. So anything over 5.5% is great. We just got a little carried away there when the market took off. So that's why the returns are a little bit skewed. Don't let that phase you there. That's not normal. And so let's say we can realistically expect 5.5% from that. Well, notice it's not what the markets are doing. We are not trying to move as fast as the market. Okay, we're retired, or we're thinking of what's that going to look like in retirement. So we want to change that. Now, if we go back and we say, well, can we do 5.5%? What if we just change the way you're invested for a while? It's okay. We now have something that resembles success, but you can see he's only going to have 0.2 extra years of retirement money. That's probably a little close, right? We live a little longer these days. So we can now take it from here and start making other suggestions. But the point being, yes, you would have to assume something really low in retirement. You want to play it safe, but not with all your dollars, right? Not with all your dollars. You're going to have money that's just sitting there earning 4.5% in your 5th year of retirement. That makes no sense at all. And why advisors put one just fixed return, it just blows me away. Layer your returns. Now, something else you can do is you can layer your spending. So is it realistic that you're going to spend the same amount every year? Nah, come on. You're going to get old. We're all going to get old. And this person's going to live to be beyond 81. This is a little selfish here, but or the reverse of selfish. So we're going to live a great long life, but we are going to slow down. I see this all the time. When people get older, family comes to them. You know how you're out there traveling to see your kids and now their boyfriends and husbands and their family. And oh my God, we always got to go somewhere. We can't agree on where we're going to go. So we end up all going to some place we don't even want to go, right? Woo! Did I portray my feelings on you? So no, I enjoy places that we go, but you get older and they will come to you. You will spend less. And I only know that. I would never be able to give you this advice if it weren't for actually seeing people do this. So you could taper off your spending. Adjusted for inflation, of course, you might be able to say, well, 75 for the first 10 years. And you know what, then maybe 70. And a couple little expenses come up I wasn't expecting. Some healthcare stuff or maybe a car or whatever. I get to be 75, come to find out, I just want to drive somewhere and have a good time. I don't need to go flying across the world. So you could do that. The point being, if you can't make a retirement plan work with whatever calculator you're using, don't give up. I'm not saying it means sales pitch, right? You have to come to me. No, just don't give up. Think of how you can break up your dollars. If you can think of that, and just be, realistic with what you do. 5.5% is not unrealistic. We could do that with just dividends these days. That won't always be the case. But think of your dollars in the years, right? That's all I got for you. Simple one here tonight, and I'm glad you got a chance to check out the hidden room there. So I'm not like the Liver King, man. Whatever I see or whatever you see is really what it is. I don't feel the need to hey, look at my fancy car or whatever. You know how I roll. But now you know I have other clothes, right? So I do have other clothes besides this. There might be a chance you catch me out and about wearing something different, but it's not good odds. I wouldn't bet on it. All right, enjoy the rest of your evening. Chilling with us. It is dark here. I do film these at night, actually. So behind the curtains there are the windows, and it is late, to be honest with you. It is 9:57 at the moment. So we'll put this up for tomorrow, but enjoy your evening. Don't forget to join us over on the Closing Beat, the live stock market update show. If you like learning We actually focus on learning, but market related. Why are the markets doing what they're doing? What data do we have to show that this is consistent, this is odd, this is somewhat scary, whatever it is. And yeah, I'm done rambling here, so enjoy your evening. Thanks for watching. See ya.